So hello students and welcome again to Mehta PG College online study portal, and today in this video we will discuss some mathematical examples for our previous lectures. You said the lecture second for gradient of scalar field, the lecture third you say for divergence of vector field, and the lecture fourth which was recorded recently, the curl of vector field. So let's start with our calculus with gradient of scalar field. So in your so let me take you some literal examples which are pretty much difficult for you if you are a beginner here. So let me start with our example. First, as it says, there is a position vector r, there is a position vector r, and you are supposed to calculate, and we are, sorry, not you but I am, and in sense we are supposed to calculate gradient of 1 by r. We are supposed to calculate gradient of 1 by r. So here is a little change which can confuse you there. So the change is, here it is the position vector, and here if you can see, this is the magnitude of position vector. This is the magnitude of position vector. This is not the vector here, this is a scalar quantity here. So first we are supposed to convert this position vector to a scalar quantity, not a vector quantity, and then we will find out the gradient for 1 over r. So let's start. So let's begin with what will be the value of this displacement vector. So the position vector, you say, the value of position vector simply is written as I cap x plus j cap y plus k cap z. So this is the value of position vector. Okay. So now we have to turn this position vector to this magnitude. So we are supposed to turn this vector into a scalar quantity. So if you remember the law for this vector, r square is said to be the multiplication of the scalar multiplication of the vectors r vector dot r vector, r vector dot r vector, and for the dot product, every time the dot product is being taken for I cap to I cap, j cap to j cap, and k cap to k cap. Okay. Let me say I cap x, j cap y plus k cap z dot I cap x, j cap y plus k cap z. So what it will be? It will be I cap dot I cap, because the other products will be 0. Every time if you say I cap dot I cap is equal to 1, j cap dot j cap is equal to 1, k cap dot k cap is equal to 1, and rest of it you say I cap dot j cap will equals to 0, I cap dot k cap will equals to 0, and similarly will happen with all others unit vectors there. So the value exists for I cap dot I cap, and for j cap dot j cap, and k cap dot k cap. This is pretty much important for you, and you all are supposed to know of this in your previous class, say 12th mathematics, but it is discussed in 11th physics for the vector calculus. So let's start with this. I cap dot I cap, you can say I cap dot I cap will be equals to 1. So what it will be? The x square plus y square plus z square. This is the value for r square, but we need what? We need r, not the r square. So simply you say r will equals to x square plus y square plus z square, and the power would be 1 by 2. So this will be the value of r. And what will be the value of 1 by r there? So now the value of 1 by r will equals to x square plus y square plus z square minus 1 by 2. So this is it. So the value of 1 by r is here. Okay. Now we are supposed to calculate gradient. We are supposed to calculate gradient for 1 by r. Consider this in your mind and we will proceed here. Let's say the gradient of 1 over r will equals to, because gradient is represented as del operator, simply there will be nothing like the dot or cross product. You are not supposed to use this, neither this. We will not use this. Simply del 1 over r. Let's use the values. The value of del will be, del operator will be I cap curly over curly x plus j cap curly over curly y plus k cap curly over curly z. So this is it. But also the value of 1 by r is x square plus y square plus z square and the whole power is minus 1 by 2. This is it. So we will start with some our literal mathematical calculation here. So what kind of calculation we will face by now are, you can take a screenshot, then we will clear this off all the shit over there. Okay, let's start. You say, so what will be the value of curly over curly x? You say it will equals to I cap curly over curly x, x square plus y square plus z square and the whole power is minus 1 by 2 plus j cap curly over curly y, x square plus y square plus z square and the whole power is again minus 1 by 2 plus k cap curly over curly z, x square plus y square plus z square and the whole power is again minus 1 by 2. Okay, so this is it. So let's start with the integration. You say we will find out the value for this first and then the rest. So we need some little workspace here. I think I should clear this off because this is no longer needed here. Okay. Okay. For let's say what will be the value for curly over curly x, x square plus y square plus z square and the whole power is minus 1 by 2. As you are known of the partial derivatives, you will know how I will find out. Minus 1 by 2 here, x square plus y square plus z square. We will subtract 1 from minus 1 by 2 and we will end up having minus 3 by 2 and then we will integrate 2x here, x square here. So what will the value of x is? The value will exist for x square only because the y square and z square will approach to 0 for curly y over curly x and curly y over curly z over curly x. So what it will be? It will end up having, so we will have 2x. So this is it. We can cancel it here. Okay. So what will be the values? The value is minus x upon x square plus y square plus z square and the whole power is minus 3 by 2. So this will be the value. This will be the value for x square. Again it is equals to minus x r raised to power minus 3. I think I can write it here. You remember the value of r? So then it could be here. Okay, r raised to power minus 3. Similarly, curly over curly y, x square plus y square plus z square power minus 1 by 2 will equals to, what will be the value of curly over curly y in this? This will equals to minus y over r raised to power minus 3 again. And similarly, or also curly over curly z, x square plus y square plus z square power minus 1 by 2 will equals to minus z over r raised to power minus 3. So these are the values here. we will use all these three values here in this equation, and we will find out the value for del 1 over r. We will find out the gradient. So using all these values, I think I should clear this off, and then we will proceed further, start further. Okay. So let's say the value using here, the gradient for 1 over r, or simple words you can say this is equals to del operator 1 over r will equals to minus x r raised to power minus 3, also I cap, where it will exist there, minus y over r raised to power minus 3 j cap minus z over r raised to power minus 3 k cap. So this is it. Okay. Taking minus 1 over r raised to power minus 1 by 3 common, and we will have x I cap, y j cap plus z k cap. Okay. What it is? It is again the vector r here. So gradient of 1 by r. So gradient of 1 over r, or simply you write del 1 over r is equals to minus r vector over r raised to power minus 3. So this is it. We are supposed to find out. I think this is pretty much easier for you to understand, and this is the frequently asked questions in your recent examination, and this is important for your examination point of view. So this is the most important example. You can take a screenshot, let me go aside, and this example will be again pretty much easy for you if you understand the concept here. You are simply supposed to go through some partial derivative calculations, and you will end up the result having this. This question also been asked as this has been asked for you is what the value will be, but it is also can be asked that prove that gradient of 1 over r is equals to r vector over minus r vector over r raised to power minus 3. This has also been asked to prove this. Okay. So this will be the solution here. Okay, so let's begin with the new question. This was for gradient, and let me find out another question which is pretty much okay. So here is a question. Say you are supposed to calculate the gradient for, you say here is a vector function a which is equals to having components I cap ax, j cap ay plus k cap aj. So this is the vector function here, and we are supposed to calculate gradient for a vector dot r vector. Okay, a vector dot r vector. Well, this is to prove that a vector dot r vector, the gradient for this will equals to a vector again. Okay, so we are supposed to find out the gradient for a vector dot r vector. So let's find out. So what the value will be? Let's say what will be the values here. This is the vector a, you say, is equals to, and you know what is the value of vector r. The value of vector r is also given for you, but you know that this will equals to I cap x plus j cap y plus k cap z. So first we are supposed to get a dot product for a vector dot r vector. A vector dot r vector, what it will be? It will be ax x, x ax, y ay plus z az. X ax plus y ay plus z az. So this will be the value for a dot r. So now we are supposed to calculate the gradient for this. So let's begin. Gradient again equals to the gradient for A vector dot R vector is equals to the del operator operating on A vector dot R vector. Del operator is I cap curly over curly x plus j cap curly over curly y plus k cap curly over curly z. And what is the value of this? The value is here. So you say x ax plus y ay plus z az. Let's begin. I cap curly over curly x for x ax y ay plus z az plus j cap curly over curly x, sorry, curly over curly y, x ax y ay plus z az plus k cap curly over curly z, x ax y ay plus z az. So now we are supposed to calculate this. So you know the differential value, because I am not going to discuss the partial differentiation again. You are familiar with the partial differentiation. So let's proceed further. We will end up having the value of gradient A vector dot R vector. This will equals to I cap ax j cap ay plus k cap az, or simply you can say this is equals to A vector. So gradient of A vector dot R vector is equals to this, and this is proved. These are pretty much easier examples. I think you can do it yourself. Try with your book, having your notebook with you, and you can practice or pretty much another examples from yourself, and this will help you having a perfect calculus for your examination. Okay, let me clear this off. You can take a screenshot for your reference. Okay, I think you are done with your screenshot, so let's proceed further. I think gradient has not any other explanation for us, and I don't think so if there are any example to be discussed in the class. If there it is, I will find out and we will go for that. Okay. So okay, so we found another question for gradient which is pretty much having deep concepts here. So you are about to witness a question which is going to blow up your minds. Say we are supposed to prove that gradient of ln r. What is ln? Ln is the natural log. Ln r is equals to r vector over r square, and you know that r vector again is the same vector I cap x j cap y plus k cap z. So this is it. So let's start with the gradient. You know, every time when you end up having a question here and you are supposed to calculate this type of circumstances, sometime you got some variation here. So what will going to happen? There is nothing about this, because the ln, the value of log, because we are about to differentiate it, and then there will be no more use for the ln here. Let's begin. Del operator ln of r. Okay. Simply the value of ln, the value of del operator is I cap del over del x j cap del over del y plus k cap del over del z. This is the value of this, and again this is ln of r. Okay. We will just differentiate it. Okay. Let's differentiate ln of r. I cap curly over curly x ln of r plus j cap curly over curly y ln of r, again k cap curly over curly z ln of r. So let's start. I cap is equals to, what is the derivative for log? Every time the derivative for log is 1 over the quantity, and you know the value of r again. Let's say we will find out for this and then use those. Say for curly over curly x ln of r, what will be the values here? The value will be equals to curly over curly x ln of, what will be the value of r? The value of r will be equals to x square plus y square plus z square power 1 by 2. Okay. For ln the power will be, the power can be written as product, can be written in the form of product here. So 1 by 2 can be put in front. Let's say this is equation 1 and we will gonna put all these values here. As it is a constant, so it has no relation with the derivative. Okay, we are supposed to calculate derivative for this function. Okay, let's begin. Curly over curly x, well I don't think, yes, curly over curly x ln of x square plus y square plus z square, and we will calculate. So this is equals to 1 over 2, 1 over the value of that x square plus y square plus z square, and again for this value 2x, 2 again got cancelled here. So this is equals to x upon, what this value equals to? This value equals to x square y square plus z square equals to r square. Okay. So the value of I cap curly over curly x, this is this. Similarly, curly over curly y ln of r will equals to y over r square, and curly over curly z ln of z, sorry ln of r equals to z upon r square. Now we are supposed to put all these three values, to equation 1, and let's find out what the result will be using equation 1. You say from equation 1, so this is the equation, yes, this is equation 1. Del ln of r is equals to I cap, what is it? X upon r square plus j cap y upon r square plus k cap z upon r square. 1 upon r square can be taken common. The rest becomes I cap x plus j cap y plus k cap z, and this is what we are supposed to prove is r vector over r square. So this is proved. This is hence the proof. So we have proved our result there. So this is how you will gonna deal such type of questions. I think this is also pretty much easier for you to calculate. You can take a screenshot for your reference, then we will proceed further with a new question. Hope you are done with the screenshot. Let me find out another question here. Yes, we got a very conceptual question, because this time you have to tune your mind for the recent lectures for 12th class for the electromagnetics, or sorry, the electrostatics. You know the rules of electrostatics using Gauss's law. How you define electric field? You define electric field in term of potential. In term of potential, you say the negative gradient of potential is equals to the electric field. Let me use the concept. You see the potential of, so the potential function of an electric field is given by phi is equals to 2x square minus y square plus 3z square. 2x square minus y square plus 3z square volts. This is the value of a potential function. This is the potential function, you say. This is the potential function phi, and we are supposed to calculate electric field here. Electric field for the point. Electric field for the points. The points are 1, minus 1 and 0. 1, minus 1 and 0. So, these are the points for which we are supposed to calculate our potential. Okay, let us begin with the electric field. E will equals to minus del V, the negative gradient of potential. Or here V is represented by phi. So, instead of writing V, let me say this is phi. So, we are supposed to calculate the gradient first for phi, and then we will put all these values there. So, del phi will equals to I cap curly over curly x, j cap curly over curly y, k cap curly over curly z, and the value of phi 2x square minus y square plus 3z square. So, del phi will equals to, integrating all those terms, we will have I cap as it is, again 2, and 2 into 2 is 4x, yes, that will be the 4x minus j cap 2y, okay, plus k cap, 3 into 2 is a 6 z. So, this will be the value of phi, and we will put all these values. For x you say this is 1, for y you say this is minus 1, and for z you say this is 0 at points 1, minus 1 and 0. Del phi will equals to, using 1, this is equals to 4 I cap minus y is equal to minus 1. So, this will be the plus 2 j cap, and as this is 0, so k cap component will not exist. Either you say this is 0 k cap, or you need not to write that. You are also not supposed to write that. So, what will be the value of electric field now? Now, the electric field E is equals to minus del phi is equals to minus 4 I cap plus 2 j cap. So, this is the value of electric field which you are supposed to calculate, and this will be having unit volt per meter. Okay. So, this is the example. I think this is the most extensive example, and the most important, you can say. This is also important according to your exam point of view, and will be in exam, if it is, it will be about having 2.5 marks. Okay. So, now you can calculate all these. Take a screenshot for your reference, and then we will start with a new question. Hope you are done with the screenshot. Let me have few more examples for gradient, if I can find. Let me see if I can find very much example. Okay, we are supposed to find what will be the value of gradient? This is a question from me. What will be the value of gradient? Because every time you end up gradient, you will have a vector quantity there. So let me know that if the divergence of a gradient of a function is possible or not. Let me know if it is or not. It is, because every time for calculating divergence you need a vector function, and every time you are calculating gradient you have a scalar function certainly, but you end up having a vector function like this kind of vector function, and this vector function certainly have some values of divergence, and every time you calculate divergence you end up having a scalar function, and every time you starting with a curl you always need a vector function and you will end up having a vector function too. Okay. So let's proceed further with new examples. Okay, so let me find out a example. I think I had it here. Okay, in your book here is one more example which is about having the partial differentiation. If you know partial differentiation pretty much well, then you can do this example yourself, but I think we must discuss it on the board. Let's say here is a vector, you are having a vector function. You say a vector which is equals to I cap 2x square y minus x raised to power 4 plus j cap y z raised to power 2 minus k cap x y raised to power 2. So this is it, and we are supposed to calculate some partial differentiations, some partial differentials. Some partial differentials you say which are curly a by curly x, curly a over curly y, curly a over curly z, and curly square a over curly x square, curly square a, curly x curly y, and then curly square a, curly y curly z. So you are supposed to calculate all these values. As we have discussed all these three values further, we know how we can calculate all these values. And I can imagine that if you are none of these also, then you can skip this part, but we will calculate these values for our reference, and I will not discuss these values because if I am gonna discuss all these values the video will go pretty much long, but I don't want this. So let's start here. We are supposed to calculate del square a over del x square, then we need del a over del x. So what will be the value of del a over del x? Let's go for a quick revision here. So what will be the value of del a over del x? This value will exist, and this value again have a component for x, so these two values will exist. I cap 4xy minus 4x raised to power 3. This will exist. Okay, let's start. Let's go further. Minus, this will not exist because all the components are y or z only, so there will be no component changing along x axis. So this is k cap y square. This is curly over curly x. Okay, let me check. Yes, this is curly over curly x, y minus x square, k cap y square. This is it. So now what will be the value of curly square a over curly x square? Simply you can say curly over curly x for curly a over curly x, the next differential with respect to x for this equation. So what will be the value of next differential here? I cap will exist, but not this time. This time this will not exist. This will approach 0 here. So the value exists here is 4y minus 12 x square. This will be the value for curly square a over curly x square. This will again be a vector quantity here. Yes, this is the value. Okay. So what will be the value for, so we have find out this value. Now this is the term for this. So for this value we are supposed to calculate curly a over curly y, and then we will proceed for curly a over curly x. I think let's start here. Curly a over curly y. So what will be the value of curly a over curly y? Here it is. This component will exist, this will exist, and this will also exist. All these components will exist. So the components exist is I k 2x square. This will not exist because this doesn't have a component of y. Plus j cap z square minus 2k cap xy. So this will exist for curly a over curly y. Let me check. I have a cross check, and yes, that's true. So for again the value for curly over curly x and curly a over curly y, which is equals to curly square a over curly x curly y. So what will be the values here? The values here are 2 into 2, sorry, x axis. So we will start having the components which are having x values only. These two will exist but not this. So 4x I cap will exist, surely this will exist. Okay. Minus 2y k cap, this will be the value here. This is the value which we are supposed to calculate. This will exist, 4x I cap, 4x I cap minus 2y k cap, this will exist. So again what remains is, curly a over curly z. Okay, let's find out. Curly a over curly z. So what will be the value of curly a over curly z? The value of curly, which component will exist? This component will exist, and this is the only component which will exist, none of others. Okay, so what the component exists is j cap 2yz, j cap 2yz, this will exist. Okay. So what will be the value for curly over curly y, for curly a over curly z, curly a over curly z will equals to, this time we are supposed to calculate curly over curly y. So this component will exist, certainly have some values, j cap 2z. Yes, this will be the value, j cap 2z will be the value for this solution, and these three are the values which we are subjected to calculate here. Well, this is not so much difficult for you, you can calculate, is pretty much easier, and for your reference you can take a screenshot. Let me be aside. Hope you are done with the screenshot. So let me tell you some more things about our calculus. We will keep on going with our calculus. For the next classes we will proceed for the divergence, you say, we will proceed for the curl, and we will have some certain calculus approaches like divergence of a gradient, or you can say gradient of a divergence, or in some sense you can say divergence of a curl or curl of a divergence. So this will be the more examples we are going to deal with. So today in this video this is enough for us, so we end up here. So thank you very much for watching this video. Wish you a luck, have a happy learning, have a great day ahead.